Hi, I am Bree, the High Empress, and I am here to bring back Empress Expressions. Okay, so Empress Expressions is pretty much when I do astrology reports. Sometimes they're weekly, sometimes they're monthly. However, in these expressions, I go over things that we will see globally in our community and with you personally. Sometimes I will go into details of doing predictions for various markets and for investments. Okay, so if that's something you are interested in, stay tuned. I'm going to get right into that. Okay, today I am going to start with astrology, and then I'm going to pull a card for advice on how we can best harness each transit. Okay, so this is, excuse me, the burps are already starting to come in, but I feel that there's going to be a little bit of channel messages coming through already just with the burps. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first transit that, wait, let me pick a deck first. I felt the Light Seers deck. This is the Light Seers deck before I got on, and I'm still feeling called to that deck. Any other deck, we'll use this Rider-Waite deck. It's a traditional Rider-Waite deck. Okay, so but like I was saying, I want to talk and start with Jupiter and Chiron in Aries. That was the first transit that stuck out to me. Okay, so I do have my notes here, so if you see me looking to the side, that's exactly what I'm doing, reading my notes. Okay, because I am an air sign and I will be all over the place. So with this transit is mainly about expanding your personal power. Okay, a lot of you will be going through ego boost. You will be recognizing others' egos being boosted. I feel that some of you will be able to see through people who are moving out of their ego. Okay, and because of this may bring some, like, I guess, like disheartening type of energy spewing from them in how they speak and the way that they move, because now you're picking up on that this person is not operating from a space of love, spirit, or anything. They're clearly operating from their ego. Okay, so the Jupiter in Aries is going to very much highlight these people in your life, or if this is you, is going to highlight where you've been operating out of your ego. Okay, especially if it's a wounded ego with that Chiron there in Aries. Chiron is the wounded healer. Okay, it is the wounds that we come into this life in order to heal ourselves from, in order for us to have the medicine to heal others. Okay, Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It is boundless. The ruler of this planet is Sagittarius, and it's ruled by fire. And with that being in Aries, Aries is about I am. It's about the self. Jupiter is coming towards Chiron to bring the wisdom for some. Okay, so for some of you, that Jupiter and Chiron is bringing in the wisdom of the lessons that you learned from your wounds. Okay, because Jupiter is also the spiritual teacher, right? So for some of you, you could be on that verge of graduating from this wound in order for you to help others, because remember what I said about Chiron, you help yourself first and then you help others. So some of you will be actually doing that, and then others of you will have the boost of confidence to share your stories and how you overcame you know, certain wounds, certain, challenges, dealing with the ego, dealing with the self, dealing with your relationship with self, dealing with your personal power, dealing with giving your power away. Okay, So, you know, just be mindful of that coming up, of your relationship with yourself and any wounds around that, okay? So this transit will also create a more wounded ego if you're not doing the work, okay? A lot of you will be realizing the pain you've caused yourself, or this may also highlight some narcissistic tendencies within yourself, especially in relationships and friendships. So this may bring out the narcissistic around you, and this may bring out the narcissistic within you for some of you, okay? You know, we all have narcissistic tendencies, right? But there's those who are narcissists, where on the spectrum they just are completely, you know, far on the spectrum. You get what I'm saying? So this transit, Jupiter and Chiron and Aries, I looked at some of the aspects. So Jupiter is aspecting Lilith. It is trining Lilith, and Lilith is in Cancer right now. So this is going back to the boost of confidence to share your story, okay? Lilith is all about being heard. Cancer is the mother. Cancer is the intuition. Cancer is the nurturing energy. It represents the moon also. So a lot of you will be speaking out about certain mother wounds. A lot of you will be speaking out, having the courage to speak out or to do the healing work within yourself to recognize where these wounds have caused you to treat yourself not the best way. Okay? So let's pull a card around this transit for advice. Spirit guides, what advice do you have for us to better navigate this transit, to harness this transit in our best ability? What do we need to watch out for? I like this. Ace of Swords in reverse and the Four of Swords. A lot of you, I feel you're going to get the answers and clarity you need by healing. There's some wounds that, you know, haven't really necessarily been addressed. And I feel that giving yourself the time, giving yourself the nurturing energy, I heard, to heal this wound, to heal this ego. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Going within. So the Four of Swords is about healing yourself, healing the mind, mental health. So focusing on your mental health, prioritizing your mental health is always going to be, or should be, your number one, you know, priority, because our mental health is very vital for us on our, to establish a day-to-day, to establish a foundation, to be there for our family, our friends, you know, to be there for yourself. Okay. All right, so the next transit I want to talk about is the moon and Mars in retrograde. Not Mars. Yeah, Mars. Sorry. The moon in Gemini and Mars is retrograde in Gemini, okay? So with this transit, I wrote, finally understanding why you make the moves you made on a deeper level. Okay, this kind of ties into that Jupiter and Aries. Sit and resonate with the energy. Okay, so that was advice. Whenever something comes up for you, based off of how you treated yourself, how you allow certain things to happen to you, or how you miss opportunities based off of self-sabotaging, or how you allowed your ego to get in the way, whatever resonates for you, sit with that energy for a minute. I know that it's going to be kind of cringy and painful or whatever to sit in that energy, but Cancer, This Cancer full moon is going to be highlighting where you need to be giving yourself the nurturing energy in order for you to move forward, okay? So this transit could bring in a battle between, you know, I need to rest and I need to reflect, you know, but I really feel I need to be doing something right now. You know, this is definitely going to highlight some toxic, you know, productivity that has been affecting your life, okay? I also have here mind games. So your mind may be playing games with you with this transit right here. Be mindful of that. Heart and mind coming together. So for others of you, you could be having like the mind games, you know, going on things with your mental, you know, these thoughts are negative, whatever. They're invasive thoughts. But for others of you, I feel like this could be your heart and your mind coming together to agree on a better decision or plan of action, okay? This is like a reality check for you, you know. So the moon is squaring Chiron as of right now. The moon is squaring Chiron that is in Aries, which going back to that finally understanding why you make the moves you made on a deeper level, okay? So this could be some very, very, very deep healing. What advice do you have for us? Yep, Knight of Pentacles, Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is about taking your time, being patient with yourself. The Four of Swords just popped up right underneath the Six of Swords. Yeah, this is definitely gaining your personal power back with the red card, the red scarf and the red shirt. This is definitely the Nine of Pentacles, taking your time, paying attention to your surroundings, smelling the roses, you know, being grateful for what you have now in order for you to, you know, move forward. Six of Swords in a more healing way. Four of Swords, okay? This is very much healing the heart in order for your heart to come together with your mind, okay? So the next transit we're going to talk about is Sun in Capricorn, Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, and Pluto in Capricorn. There's 3 planets in Capricorn right there, okay? So this is exposure of the tech companies on a bigger scale, and internet exposure, like secrets coming out about large companies. Examples would be like Southwest, Balenciaga. And I feel that there will be more companies being exposed on a larger scale. Expect these bigger companies to transform their corporation. Some may not be for good intentions, okay? Something like Facebook, you know how Facebook is now Meta. It is giving that type of vibe. Some corporations will be following that type of blueprint where they'll be doing like a whole rebranding in order to kind of like dodge any like proceeding courts, lawsuits, complaints, or whatever the case may be, whatever Facebook got going on, you know, because I don't really know too much, but I do remember that being a thing, Facebook changing their name due to, you know, all of the backlash. A lot of companies will also be putting into out-of-date systems and ways of doing things like layaway jobs. There is going to be a major transformation in how we are, you know, working and going to work, and who works and how they work and the work environment, okay? We will also see new technology that will change our day-to-day culture, okay? So this new technology will greatly change our day-to-day culture and change the old way of doing things, especially when Mercury goes direct. Okay, so when Mercury goes direct, what I was getting was we may see like new technology, new types of technology, you know, corporations adopting new technology to, and I feel like this is going to be a big leap, a big jump in the technology field. So the sun is trine Uranus and Taurus right now. So going back to secrets coming out about large corporations. Sun trine Uranus and Taurus, like I said, is secrets coming out about large corporations and royal family issues. You know, we may see changes in the royal family and how they operate. Bank changes in monetary systems. So we may see, I heard the government being more involved in monetary systems, and especially when Mercury goes direct, okay? So countries may change we may see countries change their monetary systems. On a personal level with this transit, we'll see drastically changing on how we view money, transform how we view institutions, large corporations, and the government. We'll be becoming more enlightened with necessary information, good and bad, okay, in order for us to create a better foundation for ourselves. Reflecting on mothering our skills and how we will be reflecting on our mothering skills and how we were mothered, okay? Lilith is opposing Pluto and Venus. That Lilith is in Cancer, like I was saying, and Pluto is in Capricorn. Venus is in Aquarius. So this very much is going to shatter a lot of illusions, and you know, a lot of uncovering will be happening for the sake of humanity, okay? And then we also have Mercury retrograde squaring Neptune in Pisces. Mercury and Pluto. So you may even see some illusions shatter around your father figure, around the father side of your family, something like that, okay? So just be mindful of that on a personal level, okay? So Spirit, what advice do you have for us to navigate this transit? King of Wands, Knight of Swords, Six of Cups. I heard facing things head on, addressing those, going ahead and addressing those childhood situations that, you know, you've grown into, that you've adopted, okay? Actually being proactive in making the changes necessary for you to heal this inner child, for you to heal yourself before you even have children, so you won't pass down this, you know, way of mothering, changing the trajectory of how you mother yourself. Being productive and proactive and seeing what it is that I have picked up from my parents and how do I reflect that with my children, you know, being honest with yourself, okay? And putting into place strategies that are going to, you know, work best for you and your family, okay? It's going to provide great healing, great amount of healing. So a lot of reflecting, of course, because Mercury retrograde and Mars is retrograde, okay? All right, so next transit, Venus in Aquarius square Jupiter. This could be very much a transit where people who are just fresh out of a relationship or, you know, been single for a while, they're really not interested in love right now, okay? So on a personal level, you may find that people aren't really interested in love, or the illusions that were shattered around love and how to be in a relationship could really have an effect. Okay. So this transit could also be bringing you the courage to put yourself first. A lot of people may be full of themselves around this time. Okay. So this is definitely that Jupiter and Aries, you know, vibe with that ego coming in again. So be mindful of overspending on yourself and uncovering, I also got uncovering sex trafficking. That was a channeled message. Something about Lilith and Cancer will uncover more information about sex trafficking. Spirit, how can we, what advice do you have for this transit right here? The Venus in Aqua square Jupiter. If you're liking this content, hit the like button and leave a comment and let me know if this resonates for you. Where have you seen this show up in your life, if you feel comfortable sharing. The Hermit. I told you. 3 of Wands. A lot of you will be going into solitude, looking towards the future, figuring out what it is you want to do with your business. I heard a lot of you will be more so focusing on what can I do for my community. A lot of more people will be focusing on their future and when it comes to their career versus when it comes to love. I feel that with this Hermit energy, this is about going within and figuring out what it is that you truly desire. This is definitely doing the healing, reflecting necessary in order for you to allow whatever it is that is wanting to come in. Yes, the Magician here is saying that, you know, you are starting to actually be more intentional about how you are manifesting things, how you're bringing things into your life. You're doing the healing work. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. So Venus and Aquarius square Jupiter will be greatly assisting you. Okay. So the next transit I want to talk about, which is the last transit actually, North Node in Taurus conjunct Uranus. Okay. And South Node in Scorpio. Okay, this is going to be a disruption of foundations. Going back to what I was saying with the Venus in Aquarius, the square Jupiter, you know, if you were in a relationship and you had built your life and the foundation of your life was based off of this relationship, that illusion is now shattered. That relationship, the foundation is now gone. So now you are now having to focus on a new foundation. What do you value and what is going to be sustainable for you? That is what the North Node in Taurus is about with the conjunct Uranus. Uranus is about unexpected things that happen. It's very disruptive, but it's very unexpected. It's very surprising. The North Node is about the direction that we should be heading in, and Taurus is all about the tangible. It's about our values and it's about material things. Okay. So, you can see physical, actual things, people, places, things fall apart or come into your life very drastically. Okay. So by, utilizing this transit for me has been great with, establishing my values, establishing, you know, what it is I want, even with material things, and not associating those things. Okay. Not making my self-worth, my self-value be tied to material things. That's what I've been working on. Okay. And this is what this transit can help with. I know it sounds a little scary, or it sounds, you know, like I was saying, disruptive, but that's what it's supposed to do. Disrupt things so you know, you can build a new foundation. This is also a disruption in the monetary systems. Okay, When North Node goes into Aries, okay, which is this year, I think it's in October or something like that, I can't remember. But people will go towards more establishing of themselves. So with this Uranus conjunct North Node, Taurus representing the physical, our values, you know, a lot of people are now establishing what does that mean for them. Pulling from the South Node in Scorpio is by transmuting, you know, these lessons that I learned from these values that I thought would be a stable foundation for me. Now that it's not, when that North Node goes into Aries, people are going to now look towards themselves. They're now going to look for their own personal skills, their own personal abilities. What are their passions? I feel that people are already starting to do that with the Jupiter and Chiron in Aries. That's why the healing is needing to be done with the self first. So now when North Node, which is the direction you should be going in, goes into Aries, which is about the self, you will go towards it in a healthy way. Those who are doing the work, of course. Yeah, so people will start you know, taking actions towards their own shit, okay? Others will join a cult, or they'll be hand in hand with the government, and or, you know, they just feel more comfortable with being more religious, or, you know, some people are just you're going to see people fall into their following role, and Aries is more of a leader role. So you will see rise of powerful people who did the work, okay, and that's how they became powerful, okay. This is what you're going to see, and you're going to see people who are falsely, you know, claiming to be a leader. That's what I'm going to say. Falsely claiming to be a leader, you will see them fall to the wayside, okay? And you will see a lot of people fall victim to a system, a group, or something of the sort, okay? You will see a lot of people fall victim. People who don't explore themselves and get to know themselves, okay? We will also see drastic changing in our values based off of what is happening around us, right? Physical foundations can change. So this could be like a new home, a drop in the housing market, okay? For people to establish a home, you know, allowing people to enter the market. The sun in Uranus is trine at the very moment. Mercury is retrograde, which is giving you time and information to establish yourself independently, okay? So this trine of sun in Uranus is what is bringing that drastic change in your values based off what is happening around you, okay? So let's see, what advice does Spirit have for us in this transit and how we should navigate? Page of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Yes, learning something, learning a new way of doing things, learning what is valuable to you. The Page of Pentacles is definitely something tangible. Getting the information you need. This is actual paperwork, actual news, actual, you know, letter coming in the mail, with the Three of Wands here coming in, you know, around this whatever foundation. So this could be the divorce letter coming through the mail, or this could be your approval letter coming through your email or mail, or whatever the case may be. But this information or this letter or what you need to learn is going to set forth you on a new path. Three of Wands is going to allow your ships to come in, okay? So hopefully this was informative for you. If this if you made it all the way here, hit that like button if this content was very useful for you. Hit that subscribe button, and I thank you in advance for your support. You can find me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at the High Empress, and I'll see y'all next time.